Living the Good Life. One of the most precious stories of this time period is recorded in a letter written by a gentleman named E. Van Dorn in 1873. The letter, which contains a fond reminiscence of meeting Johnny, explains that when Johnny planted larger nurseries, he would need something more than a temporary shelter in which to live. In those cases, he would build a small log cabin and invite neighbors to assist him. Van Dorn recalls his experience when he and his brother Cornelius traveled through the woods to help Johnny. When they arrived, it was toward the end of the day, and Johnny was already preparing his supper. In the dusk of the evening, we saw smoke curling up amongst the treetops, and directly we saw Johnny standing close to a fire kindled by the side of a large log. An old tree which had been torn up by the roots. I shall never forget how pleased he appeared to be when we came up to him in the wilderness, among bears, wolves, catamounts, serpents, owls, porcupines, yet apparently contented and supremely happy. After sitting down and chatting for a while, Johnny poked in the ashes with a stick and dragged out some potatoes, saying, "This is the way I live in the wilderness. I could not enjoy myself better anywhere. I can lay on my back, look up at the stars, and it seems almost as though I can see the angels praising God for all He has made." The reminiscence concludes with the boys opening their sack and sharing their provisions with Johnny: dried venison, bread, and butter. Johnny eats some of the bread and butter while they enjoy hot potatoes seasoned with salt. Apparently, Johnny knew how to lead the good life. A fruitful life. Johnny's movable business continued to grow and flourish through the remaining years of his life. The story of his final years of faithful service is preserved in the historical records of Crawford County, Ohio. He was frequently seen here by the early settlers, and 9 out of 10 of the early orchards here are said to have originated from his nurseries. After summarizing his early years in Massachusetts and Pennsylvania, the historical account continues. Years afterward, when the hardy pioneers from Western Virginia and Pennsylvania scaled the Allegheny Mountains and sought homes in the valleys of Ohio, they found the little nurseries of seedling apple trees on Braddock's Field at Wheeling Creek, the flats of Grave Creek, Holliday's Cove, and other places along the Ohio Valley. In 1838, 37 years after his appearance on Licking Creek, Johnny noticed that the civilization, wealth, and population were pressing into the wilderness of Ohio. Hitherto, he had easily kept just in advance of the wave of settlement. Now he felt that his work was done in the region in which he had labored so long. In just 37 years, the population of Ohio had swelled from 40,000 people to nearly 1 million. It was time for Johnny to move on. And so in 1840, he moved to Fort Wayne, Indiana, where he continued to plant and sell seedlings.